You guys bringing back a decent amount. Let's start, I guess, with the offensive line. You got 4 returners on the offensive line. How much does that kind of open up the rest of the offense?
It's going to be a big factor. I think our offensive line is definitely the strength of our team. We're kind of younger at some of the skill positions, so we're kind of going to rely on our offensive line to be consistent and perform game in, game out. So it's going to be real big for them to, give our younger quarterback some time back there.
You mentioned some of those skill positions. You lose a quarterback, lose a running back, lose one of your key wide receivers. For a guy like you, a lot of experience, kind of Mr. Do Everything, how important is it going to be for you to set the tone?
Oh, it's going to be real important. I got to set the tone from the beginning of June. And, through practice and everything. I just got to take some of these younger guys under my wing and show them how to do it and stuff. So I mean, it's real big.
You guys are coming off a 6-4 season, I believe. How do you take that next step this year? What are going to be some of those key points for you guys?
I mean, I think it's big for us to finish. A lot of times, we would play with teams and kind of start falling apart in the fourth quarter. And it's kind of surprising since we kind of had a senior dominant team. So I think some of these younger guys are just going to have to step up quick, and we're going to have to learn, how to play 4 quarters and how to finish.
Is that something that you think these younger guys saw last year and they can learn from that?
Oh, absolutely. I think it's big. We had quite a bit of these young guys. Didn't start, but they still got a good chance to play. Whether it was at the position they're going to play this year. It might have been a different position last year, but it was real big for them to get to experience it and watch it. Because with the smaller team, we dress everyone we have for varsity. So I mean, everyone gets to watch up close. So.
Defensively, where are you guys looking? What groups are you looking to kind of step up?
I mean, we switched our defense up a little bit. We're going to a 4-4, cover 3, 1 safety. Put a little bit more pressure on me with just 1 safety, but I think it's gonna help us stop the run a little bit better. I think we have a strong D line, just like the offensive line, and our linebackers are pretty good too. Right now, we have some questions at defensive backs, some young guys, but I think they're gonna step up and we're gonna make some plays.
Let's start with the defensive end. You guys, or the defensive side of the ball, I should say. You guys are, it sounds like, changing things up a little bit defensively. What are going to be some of the key spots for you this year at that side of the ball?
I think definitely outside linebacker is a key aspect of our defense. It helps just contain, and if we can contain, teams are going to run right into the middle, and we're going to be able to put on just a classic show, and it's going to be fun.
You guys had a solid season last year. Jared talked about how there were some points where things you guys didn't finish in games. What do you do to change that this year?
I think this year our key focus is really team unity, and I think as we grow stronger in that, we'll be able to finish out games because we'll trust each other more. We'll just be able to work in that.
You guys are going to be breaking in some new faces at some key positions offensively. What did the seniors, the guys coming back this year who have experience, what do those groups need to do to make sure that the transition goes smoothly?
I think they really need to lead by example, and especially in that, just work in a positive way, because that's going to help the younger guys out.
All right, Coach, talking to some of the players, it seems like one of the issues last year was finishing in certain games. How does that change this year?
I think first of all, that's how much your team is united as a group, because obviously finishing games means you're battling through adversity, means you have a cohesion and esprit de corps that the other team might not have. And I think in some games that was an issue. In some games early we did pull it out like we seem to always do, but in some of those critical games against the teams that were as good or better than us, we just didn't seem to be able to put it together, particularly our last game of the year, which was very disappointing, and that's been a huge focus from those guys pretty much from that Saturday after. So finish has been a big thing just in everything we do, whether it's sprints, whether it's the weight room, whether it's the end of practice and situations and things like that. And so I think they're willing to put in the work and in order to do that and have the unity that is absolutely necessary to actually put that into action.
You lose guys at some key spots, quarterback, a running back, a wide receiver, but you return a guy like Jared. I guess, how do you see, what is the state of the offense right now?
Offensively, our strength will probably be, one of our strengths would be the offensive line. We have 5 guys that have made varsity starts, a couple 3-year starters in there. Overall, this is the first senior class since I've been at Columbia City that we've had for 4 years and have been in the system for 4 years, and they've won at every level. Receiver-wise, outside of Jared Murphy, who is a big difference maker, that's fairly obvious, but we have some young guys that will need to step up, a couple sophomores, and a couple guys stepping in when their opportunity arises. At running back, we kind of lucked into a running back in Adam Neely, who wears the number 82. It might be the only one in America that does. He really did a good job. He's a good downhill runner. Offensively, I think we really can put some pressure on some defenses and do some great things. Defensively, we have some guys that will need to step up, guys that have their opportunity, maybe at the JV level, special teams that need to step up. We'll have Jared play free safety, but we changed scheme a little bit to move stronger against the run, and we're going to have to be a physical team, and the defense will have to set that. A lot of people think with what we run, it's a finesse type of a system, but really we emphasize that as a way to make sure that we're in it at the end and that we do finish.
Who are some of the younger guys that specifically need to step up, or maybe that people will quickly learn their names this fall?
Well, we'll have to start with the quarterback position since Connor Slavich graduated, and then before that, Logan Rare. We've been a bit spoiled with quarterbacks. Travis Herbst is a junior who wears the number 4. He's really done an outstanding job of getting himself ready for the rigors of varsity football. He's been working since January at that, both with his quarterback skill, but also with his strength and conditioning, mental preparation, learning the game, and the strategy and the ins and outs of that. But also during the summer, he's really shown himself well in 7-on-7s, and really kind of come into his own, and we look for that to continue. He'll be the big one. We got a couple receivers. One is Drew Odell, who is a freshman, led our freshman to a victory over Homestead. That was a big deal. He'll play some slot. A guy named Justin Batchelder also is a basketball kid, but also a wide receiver as well. And those are the guys that we'll be looking to primarily, and Odell will also play a little bit on the defensive side of the ball as well. So we got a couple of those guys are coming up. Another guy is Braden Meyer, who played some as a running back as a freshman, and he'll probably play some defensive end, some fullback, and maybe some running back. So a lot of key guys that we'll ask as sophomores, juniors, and even a couple seniors to step up. But I mean, that's what you have to do every year, and if you run a good program, those guys, when it's their time to do it, they do it with flying colors, and that's what we expect from those guys.